Today we're going to read Franny K. Stein, Mad Scientist, The Invisible Friend. Chapter 6, You Must Be Nuts and Bold. Franny consulted a book from her library called Mischief Friends and Hazardous Robots for Children. Usually, Franny creates things the way she liked them, but a quick glance at the plans always get things rolling. She worked most of the night, and with Igor's help, she had a creation that she wasn't certain would bringing the kids around to her way of thinking. Chapter 7. Why are you looking at my robot that way? Franny sat at her desk, grinning. She couldn't wait to give her presentation. Franny, Miss Shelley said, would you please come up here and show the class what you brought in? Franny walked confidently to the front of the class. She knew that the kids will take one look at the robot and abandon their ridiculous hobbies. She removed the sheet that had been draped over her creation. The kids gasped. It was a robot. A few lights polished slowly on his chest, and they could hear a soft humming from inside it. His tiny square eye seems to blink. Why does it have two heads? One boy asked. Two heads are better than one, Franny said. When it's complete, those two heads will make it twice as smart as the next smartest robot, twice as useful, twice as complicated. Franny held up the robot's blueprint for the kids to see. My Robot by Franny K. Stein. Miss Shelley said, Franny, did you say that it wasn't complete yet? That's right, Miss Shelley, it's not complete. I'm going to need other math science to help me. Other math science from the class, perhaps. Are there any volunteers? Billy raised his hand. Franny was smug. The first so many volunteers, she thought. Yes, she said, you like to help? I would, Billy said, after you finish it. I mean, then I can teach you to bake pretty cookies. Chapter 8, In the Gizzard of the Lizard. Igor just hated to see Franny depressed. He did his best to cheer her up. She juggled spiders. He dressed up as her mom. He even thought about letting the giant chameleon swallow him a little bit, since that always made Franny laugh. All Franny could talk about was her friends at school. No volunteers, Igor. They all want to stick with their pointless little hobbies. They don't get it. They don't get it at all. They don't understand the thrill of an idea popping into your head out of nowhere and then driving right in and making your idea just happen. If only they can experience that, Franny said. Then, just then, the giant chameleon appeared. Acid out of nowhere, grabbed Igor and swallowed him. Even though she was depressed, Franny laughed a little and shook the chameleon until Igor fell out of his mouth. It's hard to not to laugh when a reptile eats your best friend. You have to be more careful, Igor, Franny said. Igor hid behind Franny. You know, the giant chameleon can camouflage himself It's particularly like he's invisible. Franny's eyes narrowed and a familiar grin stretched across her big round face. Invisible, said Franny, and she nodded slowly. That's it, invisible. Chapter 9. Let me make myself clear. The next morning, Franny telephone molecules with chameleon DNA and some despairing ink. She ran to the formula through an antiscope, which like a microscope, but is designed to make things harder to see. She poured the formula into a very, very clean glass. She gulped it down and ran to the mirror to see if it works. She liked what she saw, or rather, she liked what she didn't see, which was herself. The formula had worked. She was invisible, and it was time for school. Chapter 10. Children should be heard and not seen. Invisible at school, the temperatures are hard to resist, especially for one with a mind as encrypted as Franny is. She had a quick peek in the school's cafeteria kitchen. She zipped in and had a look in the principal's office. She stepped in briefly to find out actually what the teachers were doing in the teacher's lounge. She found a lot of locations fascinating, but she had to get on the next generic plan to go to the kids define themselves to math science in a way that Franny knew she could first them what to do. Franny stole into the class completely unseen. She walked up to Erin, who was reading, and whispered in her ear, I think I'd like to have a look at Franny's robot again. Erin set down a book and looked around, confused. I guess I have to look at Franny's robot, she said, believing that she had thought what Franny had whispered. She walked over to the mechanical creature and began to look it over. Next, Franny did the same thing to Lawrence Hemphill, and they also, believing the thoughts were their own, walked over and joined Erin. Franny whispered to Pill, It could be great if this robot had a huge crashing hand, don't you think? And Pill replied exactly what Franny had said. Franny moved Erin's and Lawrence's head to make it look like they were nodding yes. All afternoon, Franny kept giving them one idea after another. She also checked and double-checked that the adjustments were making the correct. Erin, Lawrence, and Pill get more and more excited as they work on the robot, believing that they were the ones responsible. By the end of the day, Franny was exhausted but happy. She had made a lot of progress on the robot, and her friends thought that they had contributed. Back at home, Franny took the invisibility antidote and told Igor all about the experiment. It was a little bit funny, Igor. They really thought they were working on the robot. Of course, they're not qualified to do anything that complicated yet, she said. I'm not sure that Pill could even put batteries in a flashlight. But they have fun, and it boosted up their confidence, and maybe now they'll stop wasting time on this ridiculous diversions. Franny climbed into the bed and off to the dreams that math science dream. Unaware that back at school something quite scientific was about to happen. Thanks for enjoying this video and please subscribe to our channel. Bye!